Hi everybody, my name's Eileen. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and Jess asked me to make you guys a quick video of just some of my favorite tips and tricks for meal prepping and making sure that you guys don't get bored with what you're eating, because as you'll read in kind of my story is that I definitely did not lose 80 pounds by eating plain chicken and plain broccoli, okay? I love chicken and I love broccoli, but I definitely like to spice up my food. So my first thing is definitely get yourself some really great spices. Personally, I like to use this guy named Flavor God. I found him on Instagram like 2 years ago. He has some just really amazing spices. So some of my favorites are everything spicy, chipotle, like lemon garlic, then he has some sweeter ones for like yogurt or smoothies, gingerbread cookie, chocolate donut. I also have pumpkin pie in the cabinet, ready for the fall season to be upon us. So definitely get yourself some spices. You don't want to be eating the same spices every time, or even multiple times in the same day or week, because that'll get boring and monotonous, and then you will fall off. Second thing, definitely, if you're new to food prepping, get yourself a food scale, okay? Real cheap off Amazon, and they really help you to make sure that you're eating enough. Not necessarily that you're eating, like you're not eating too much, make sure you get the right portions, but if you measure out, for example, if you measure out peanut butter, I know all of us love peanut butter, well, most of us. If you measure out peanut butter in a tablespoon, in like a tablespoon here, 2 of those, put that on a plate, and then measure out the 2 tablespoons of peanut butter by using the grams on a scale, 32, 33 grams. It's way more when you measure it with grams, so you can definitely get more that way. Another great appliance for the kitchen, this is a Veggetti. I know it's not a weird name, but Veggetti Pro is what this one is, so you can do multiple different kinds of vegetable noodles and whatnot. But zoodles, zucchini noodles, are a big favorite of mine. Ground turkey, it's a great lean protein for me, for anybody. I'm not really big on the taste of it, but mixed with marinara sauce and over some zoodles, excellent dinner. And then if you're looking for sometimes, if I need the complex carb to go along with it earlier in the day, for me, I like to eat them at lunch. Pasta is something I really enjoy. This brand of pasta, it's called tincagnata. It's probably backwards the way the camera is, but it's a brown rice pasta, and literally the only 2 ingredients are organic brown rice and water. So, if you're tired of eating brown rice or sweet potato or whatever it is, try this brand. I promise you it tastes delicious. You will not be disappointed. Another kind of Italian food that I'm really into is pizza. So cauliflower. I know you've probably heard, oh, cauliflower pizza, cauliflower what? It really is, guys. It's a great alternative. I'll definitely post my recipe that I use for cauliflower pizza and kind of cauliflower breadsticks. So you can either use it as a pizza base, or you can use it and slice it up and then dip into marinara sauce. It tastes so good. You just gotta spice it right. Variety's the spice of life and the spice of food. Okay, sorry, that was corny. But all right, another great thing I like to do, be creative, is with my meal replacement shakes. So, some of my favorites I got here, Advocare. One of my favorite things to do is with, specifically this kind, white chocolate peppermint. It's coming back come the winter time, so get yourself some of these. They're delicious. But I actually make fudge with this. I know, right? So I've got some here, actually. You can kind of see. I will post that recipe for sure, but I one day was really craving fudge and used some of the stuff I had in the house and froze it and topped it with some dark chocolate. Excellent sweet treat at night. One thing that I actually put into that's another thing that I think everybody who's looking to clean up their nutrition but not, sacrifice all the taste, Walden Farms products. Jess got me on these products kind of around the same time I started on the Advocare product train, and I cannot get enough of them. They're calorie-free, no sugar. There's pancake maple syrup. There's a maple walnut, blueberry, strawberry, caramel's really good. So they just have tons of different flavors, and you can, put them on yogurts and smoothies and protein pancakes. And I put the maple one in the fudge recipe, so it really just adds a nice sweetness without all the extra calories. Okay, sorry, I'm just checking my notes here. Yeah, so those are my tips that I have for you guys. And just the last thing is, I know everyone's always worried about, you know, how am I gonna eat enough vegetables? How am I gonna eat enough chicken? How am I gonna eat enough lean protein? But like, don't worry about that. Just worry about making foods that you like and that you're not gonna get bored with. So if you love asparagus, I love asparagus. And I personally love to roast my asparagus. But if I buy a big bunch of asparagus and I roast the whole thing, I'm going to be eating roasted asparagus for the whole week, and that's going to get boring no matter how much I love it. So try, you know, I will personally take half of it, roast that, and maybe 1 or 2 meals, and then the next day I'll try sauteing it on the stove with some balsamic vinegar and some garlic, fresh chopped garlic and olive oil, and it's just as good. And you get to kind of learn what kind of flavor palettes you like, and do you like spicy, do you like sweeter, do you like smoky? You know, there's tons of different marinades and spices out there, so just be creative and don't be afraid to mess up. I have a pumpkin spice meal replacement shake. Those are coming out in the fall, but I have a recipe, I'll definitely post that recipe, of a protein bread. It started off as like a cupcake kind of muffin mix, and then I ended up realizing it just worked better in a loaf pan, and after many attempts I finally got the recipe for me that I wanted with my, you know, nutritional goals and whatnot and taste palette correct. So that's one of my favorite recipes, but it took a time to make. So definitely don't be afraid to experiment, because this is a lifestyle and you gotta make the changes so you stick with it, because it's worth it in the end, I promise you. So definitely feel free to reach out to me at any time. You can find me on Facebook, or Jess can help you find me on Facebook, or you can email me if you have questions. I'm really good about coming up with substitutions and stuff and recipes. But yeah, so happy cooking, everyone.